Hello, this is the LEGO DC Comics Superheroes Justice League Battle of Atlantis. It's the little set that they made to have an excuse to give you an Aquaman. They made it little because they knew that out of the top heroes, Aquaman would be one of the less appealing on the market. So they didn't want to make this too expensive. The focus of the set then is clearly centered around the figures. There are 4 of them. Here are the first 3 of them with the live action Jason Momoa Aquaman. It's funny that nowadays a lot of people think of Jason Momoa as that guy from Game of Thrones or Conan, but to me I'll always mostly remember him from Stargate Atlantis. Ooh, Atlantis. Hey, there's a connection there. On the right are a couple of Atlantean guards. All of these prints look good. The recolored parts look really good. I like the trident there. Also has the lightsaber blade, or excuse me, hilt piece at the base of it, both of which parts are done in gunmetal gray. And the printing with the gold is done pretty nicely. You know, it's gold on gold, so you get a couple of different tones there for these Atlantean guards. That's pretty sweet, actually. Surprisingly, you get 2 different faces for the guards. Each one gets an alternate face as well. Here's Aquaman's alternate face, which looks pretty good. I think they did a good job for the live action version of that figure. They've also got the 2 different levels of gold, slightly different hues as well. They're printed up, and they include a couple of these Power Blast pieces in the set in the nice trans light blue color, and those work really well. Very appropriate for this, this setting. This is all good so far. On the bad guys side, this is it. Just one lone, awesome looking Wolverine themed parademon here. I've already said enough good about these figures, these parademons, just how much I like them, how much I like the level of detail for the prints, and what they've done for the vinyl wing pieces. And they also, in this set, include a full sheet for the wing parts, so you can make the smaller version as well if you want to choose that instead. There's what it looks like with the wings removed, the rest of the print on the back, which gets pretty subtle. Some pretty small little paint applications are in there, those little flecks of I believe it's tan, almost looks yellow. And then also they include a super jumper piece to use with this parademon in kind of an action play sequence that you can do, pattern. But I still don't recommend using these, because even when you do use LEGO's instructions for carefully placing these on by bending the figure first, you still will do damage to the lower parts of the legs, no matter how careful you are. You may not notice it, but damage is there. It's entirely up to you, of course. If you want to do it, just do it. Just have fun with the figures. But if you're looking at maximum collectability and keeping things in great shape over time, then it's just something to watch out for. What they give you for the sea floor and the Atlantean temple here, I guess it is obviously very basic. I mean, they were just totally limited by the budget for the set. They gave you 4 figures, which already took up, I would say in terms of value, probably upwards of 75% of the budget for the entire set. So only a little bit was left over here. I think they did a good job with what was left over. I always like the sand green. This also has sand blue, which I like. I even like the stickers very much, especially the ones used on those columns in the back. Those are identical stickers, but just nicely done. Nice texture there. And then just a couple of small stickers are used on these side columns, just some little barnacles there. And I'm not sure what that's supposed to represent over there, but some foliage down here. You've got some lanterns, I think they're supposed to be. You've also got some glow-in-the-dark pieces. The white studs that you see around this are glow-in-the-dark studs. Those actually work pretty well. This strange shaped piece here that was first introduced with Nexo Knights is actually gunmetal gray color, and then it has a nice type of also Nexo Knights introduced windscreen behind it in that light blue color, the trans light blue. And this is where the one action feature is in this set. So the idea was that they wanted you to put a parademon on the super jumper piece and then try to aim for the top of this archway. And you aim for it and you end up hitting it and you knock just the back part of it off. And one thing that you could do there is pose the mother box. So this is the third mother box here, or one of the three mother boxes. White in color, another printed piece used for the top, not a sticker. They could have done that with a sticker, would have required a different sticker sheet, but I appreciate the investment in the different prints. But the idea is that you could actually pose that up here, just kind of stick it right in between, and then when your parademon comes through and hits this thing, then the mother box falls off, and then the idea would be that the parademon would grab this thing and try to run off with it, and you'd have to chase it down. Yeah, I guess you can't ask for too much more than that in such a small set, but yeah, nice build for such a small number of pieces. You can also knock down these columns in the process of battle because they're just placed on jumpers, 2x2 jumpers. So here's another one. You can do the same. Just knock that off, set things up a little bit differently. Actually, I think this may be a good thing just for kind of trying to make the scene look a little bit larger. Have one broken column there, and then this just kind of widens up the scene on the whole. But, there's only so much to say about this. There's only so much to see because there's only so much to it. And that's basically the story of this set. It's practically a figure pack with just a little bit of terrain to kind of support those figures. Well, that's exactly really what it is. So most of what you're paying for is right here, and this just gives you a nice little bit of background. And I personally most appreciate the colors of parts, even the stickers, and the print for the mother box. So I am glad that they actually did not make a larger, more expensive set for this, just for to kind of force people to spend a lot more money to get another Justice League member, and also the final mother box. So I think this was a tough thing to have to design. I don't think there was any way to really make it amazing, but I think they did about the best they could with all the compromises that really needed to be made. So that's all that I've got to say about this one. I really don't have anything bad to say about it. It's just not something that really caught my heart on the whole. I just appreciate many of these small components. And on that note, it is time for me to move on to my next video. So I will be talking to you again soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later.